Okay, we're going to start with Charlie.
Hello, Nuno.
Hello.
Can I start by putting maybe a final line under the Brentford defeat at the weekend? We know the club wrote to the PGMOL. Have you had a response yet as a
Yes,
football
we
club?
received a response from the incident. It's clear that the law says that VAR cannot do anything about that, about ball displacement. I think that's something that they should have look, because changes the reality and the truth of the game. But at the same time, we have also responsibilities, because I think we should have said something and avoid the free kick to be taken. Too bad that the referee didn't spot it, either the linesman. But this is and it's finished. We move forward.
Did the PGMOL give any indication as to whether or not they would look to adjust their rules going forwards?
No, they just mentioned that in these moments, VAR cannot, the law says that they cannot do anything about it.
Who do you see at most fault for the fact that the goal happened and that it was allowed?
I think it's our responsibility also, but the referee should have seen it, because there's a mark and you see clearly that there's a clear ball displacement, alignment, but ourselves also.
You move on now, obviously, and we'll turn your attention to the FA Cup.
Yeah.
From an injury perspective?
Nothing has changed, unfortunately, no.
No, so Morgan Gibbs-White is still looking like another week and a half?
No, I didn't. Let's see. Let's wait and see. But nothing has changed. No.
Of course, that means that you don't have much opportunity to rotate much of your squad. You won't be able to rest too many players. I imagine you'll look to go relatively strong again, like you did in the 2 games against Blackpool.
The scenario is the same. The scenario is the same. There's no hiding that we are short on offensive options, because the players that are out are basically offensive players. And we'll see. We'll decide tomorrow, and in the team and the game plan and all these things. But the FA Cup is a competition that we value the most.
Do you, when it comes to the FA Cup, do you value the idea of a good cup run being something that you can then benefit your league form as well? So if you go well in the cup, you can go well in the league, and the two kind of help each other.
We don't see it this way. We see it as a match. So we go game by game, and we see how we move forward. No point on doing long-term plans if we don't achieve the win. So we have to focus and play and try to win the game.
I know you touched on it briefly before the replay against Blackpool. Why you feel the FA Cup is such a special competition, but I was just wondering if you could expand on it a little bit, about your memories of watching the FA Cup when you were a child back in Portugal.
Now, the FA Cup is the oldest competition that it is. It means a lot to us. It means a lot for the club, for our fans. And it's special for me, and the point that I said, that is the competition that gives chance to every team to compete against anyone. So we have League One teams, we have Championship teams, we have Premier League teams, we have teams that play Champions League. Everybody is in the same, and that's the only competition that allows that situation. So that's why it's so special.
We've already seen Bristol City prove to be tricky customers for one Premier League side. What do you make of them?
Tough. It's going to be tough. They have a good team. We saw. And we felt that experience how hard it was for us against Blackpool. So we expect even a tougher match, and we saw what happened in the previous leg with Bristol City. So it's going to be a tough one after tomorrow.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mark?
Hi, Nuno. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
In terms of the FA Cup, I know you've spoken on it previously, but from your memories of growing up, do you think it has as much value, the FA Cup, as it did when you were watching it as a child, because of the amount of value that's placed on European football and the Premier League?
I think it has a huge value, because it's a beautiful competition that allows us as club to try and fight game after game for a trophy. It's very special.
You've done a lot of travelling recently with the
Yeah.
squad. What kind of effect has that had on you and the players?
It doesn't help. Definitely doesn't help. Because we have to go on a bus. It's always 3-4 hours that we are there. But we are trying to minimize that impact on getting a bus that allows the players to rest, meals after the game, all the process of recovering, try to make it immediately after the game, so the impact is is not so big. But it's always not, it doesn't help. I'd rather play at home.
Of course. Does it restrict what you do in training, obviously, and the days after that you need to take care of a squad, which you say is quite thin on the ground anyway?
Yeah. It's all about recovering. It's all about taking care of the players, allow them to recover well. We had some players coming out the previous game with some knocks, try to recover them, see how are they for the game. But in this moment, it's not about training in the ground. It's about recovering the play as well and expecting those that are out to join us.
And forgive me for being blunt, but for a team that is in a relegation battle such as yourself, should the FA Cup be a priority?
It's the next game. It's not. If it was another competition, it's the next game. It is important. It is the FA Cup. We go all in for the FA Cup because it's the next game. So we'll go after that with the same situation for the Premier League game. It's a game by game.
Thanks, Nuno. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, Jonathan.
If Ivory Coast got kind of Cup of Nations today, when the soonest the three players will be back, do you think?
Yeah, we have to wait. The decision is today. Could happen. Depends on Morocco. I think there's a couple of scenarios that can happen. Let's see what happens, and then we'll decide the moment that they will return.
Is there any chance they could be back for Friday?
No, for Friday, I think it's very difficult, isn't it?
And just on Tyre, you said nothing's changed. How far away is he from so?
No, he's improving. Now he's already in the pitch on individual sessions, stronger on the fitness aspect, trying to elevate his levels. But I think still a couple of weeks for him to join the group. Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. Jordan?
Hello.
Bristol knocks out West Ham. Is this a game potentially a banana skin if your side aren't well focused?
It's a game. We know that's going to be tough. Of course, it's important what happened before for us to analyze and try to minimize the mistakes. It's going to be it's a good team, aggressive team, and they play good. But nothing more than that. We don't go there thinking about what can happen. We go there to make a job.
And in terms of their aggressiveness, is that quite a relatable experience and play style? Because Arsenal are very much an aggressive side. Do you think that this game can propel you to prepare for Arsenal well as well?
No, I don't think so. Totally different situations. Different teams. Every team has their own aspects that we have to look at and take care. But totally different.
And tactically, what can a neutral fan expect from a game like this?
I think it's going to be a well-intense game. Aggressive, like you say. And we have to equal that levels of aggressiveness so we can put our quality inside of the pitch. But we're going to face a good team. I don't know if you know. It's a good team of football.
Thanks, Jordan. Cameras off, please. Written section embargo till 10:30.